2 years ago, if I had mentioned the Kia Niro to you, there's a pretty solid chance that you wouldn't have even heard of it. Within the last 2 years, Kia has not only rolled out a first generation Niro, which it's now retired, but it's now got this new generation car ready to roll. The Niro comes in two flavours. There's a hybrid that claims 4 litres per 100 kilometres fuel economy, or a full EV, like this one, with up to 460 kilometres of driving range. Is the new Niro any good? We'll jump in and we'll find out. Be it the hybrid or the electric, the new Niro comes in a choice of two variants, the entry-level S or top-spec GT line. Both feature a long list of equipment with features like dual-zone climate control, leather-look interiors, keyless entry and start, and a long list of safety tech, including autonomous emergency braking, lane keep and lane follow assist, blind spot and rear cross traffic alert and avoidance, adaptive cruise control with stop and go, and much more. The biggest highlight of the 2023 Niro, however, is the styling. Where the previous Niro was rather generic, the new one forges a much more definitive identity. Unlike the sleek Kia EV6, the smaller Niro features a chunkier, more upright stance and a new interpretation of Kia's Tiger Face grille, with a slightly different look on the hybrid and EV. There's also new heart rate monitor, daytime running lights, and bold contrast panelling, which can also be paired with a contrasting rear pillar on certain colours of the Niro GT line. Pricing for the Kia Niro S Hybrid starts from $44,380 plus on-road costs, with the more comprehensively equipped Niro GT line priced from $50,030 plus on-road costs. The Niro Electric is priced from $65,300 in S trim or $72,100 for the GT line before on-road costs. Inside, the Niro S features an 8-inch infotainment touchscreen with Bluetooth, AM, FM and DAB radio, 6-speaker audio, wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless plus wired Android Auto. GT line models step up to a 10.25-inch screen and 10.25-inch instrument display, along with a 10-inch head-up display. The Niro GT line is the first Kia model to go on sale in Australia with Kia Connect, an online connectivity platform with 7 years complimentary access to remote services, including vehicle lock and unlock, location services, range and fuel level status, and charging or preconditioning access. The refreshed interior houses separated displays on Niro S and a dual-panel integrated display on GT line. The rest of the interior features somewhat minimalist design with mesh dash details and a very EV6 Junior styling theme. Front seats are roomy and well featured, and the rear seat is spacious for a small SUV. Boot space measures 425 litres in the Niro Hybrid, which is fitted with a temporary spare wheel, or 475 litres in the Niro Electric, which comes with a puncture repair kit. Niro Electric also has an additional 20-litre storage space located under the bonnet. All Niro models are front-wheel drive only, with the Niro Electric using a 150 kilowatt, 255 Nm electric motor and single-speed automatic transmission, fed by a 64.8 kilowatt-hour battery for a claimed range of 460 kilometres. The Niro Hybrid combines a 1.6-litre naturally aspirated engine producing 77 kilowatts and 144 newton metres, plus a 32 kilowatt, 170 newton metre electric motor for a combined 104 kilowatts and 265 newton metres. The Niro Hybrid uses a 6-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. There is a fairly pronounced difference between the new Niro and the old. The old car definitely was older. You could feel it on the road. It didn't seem to have the same kind of development, and that's really key in this car because it is the first Kia since the start of COVID lockdowns to undergo a full local suspension and steering program. And what that means is that Graham Gambold, an Australian suspension engineer who works with Kia, has done a full tune on both the suspension and the steering, and usually it's the steering that's been lacking in the last couple of models that Kia has launched. On top of that, Kia's made some changes to the driveline of the Niro Electric itself, and what that means is they've actually reduced the torque. They've dialed it down compared to the previous car. The idea being that the little one was perhaps a little bit hairy in the wet or on loose surfaces. This new car with 150 kilowatts and 255 newton meters is designed to be more manageable and more drivable, and that shows everywhere from stepping off the line around town or in tighter corners. It's much more controlled. On top of that, at the end of the day, it is an electric car, so it's really refined and quiet, and that shows everywhere you go. You know, there's a little bit of wind noise and a little bit of tyre noise, but you only hear them because there's no mechanical noise from up front. In the Niro Hybrid, it's a little bit different. You still have a petrol engine up front, and that drives through a 6-speed auto. So unlike a Toyota Hybrid that you might be more used to, there's no droning, and the engine sort of shuffles in and out really quietly and really subtly. Around town, again, you'll probably notice it as revs rise and fall, but once you're out on the open road, or as things become smoother and more open, it settles down and it becomes really quiet and really refined. Probably in the city you might find the ride a touch firm. I think it's maybe a personal preference thing, but I'd like to find things a little comfier and a little softer. But again, hit the right stretch of road, throw in some corners, and that steering suspension work really comes to the fore. In fact, I reckon the Niro drives a lot better than it probably needs to for its target market. You're not going to find the same dynamic prowess in something like a RAV4 or a Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, but that's definitely a string in Kia's bow. If you've liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to Drive and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. As always, you can read a full review of the Kia Niro at Drive.com.au, and I hope to see you there.